Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here. That Journey chick on Instagram. Look, a new hooded scarf. Do you love it? I love it. This was a book that Narita got me. It's just hooded scarves. This one's called the Becky. It's sort of this is the pattern. It's Hobie yarn. Here's the yarn. Nope, that's not the yarn. Here's the yarn. Here's the yarn. This is what I had left over in the second skein, so lots left over. This is Lollipop yarn from, and there's the company, Hobie, Hobbii. And the color is, what is the color? Drum roll, please. It's 20% wool, 80% acrylic, and I'm telling you, it feels wonderful. It's a number 4 weight. Color number 25. Okay, that helps, right? I did order some more colors. I was so impressed with this yarn and how beautifully it worked up that I ordered some more colors. So we're going to put that over here. I cleaned off my desk, everybody. Yay. Want to see? Here, let's look. Okay, we're going for a ride. Look. No, that's clean, guys. You're like, what? It's a mess. No, that's clean. You should have seen what it looked like before I cleaned it off. Things were stacked pretty high. So this one I have out because this is my next one. I've already started. This is the second skein. So I'm going to be using Red Heart Roll With It tweed on the next hooded scarf, which I'm doing a different pattern. This one's called the Becky. The one I started last night is called the Lauren, I think. I am working on sledding into town. I would hold it up for the camera, but the camera does not like to focus. Whenever you put a bunch of sparklers in front of the camera, it goes all wavy, wonky on you. So I'm not going to hold it up. I don't know if Tia ever told you that, but yes, it doesn't like the camera, the sparklers, or the camera doesn't like sparklers. So tomorrow on the morning show, Tia will be my special guest for Sunday morning. She's going to join me for coffee. Where's my coffee? Oh my God. Hold, please. How could I forget my coffee? So I had to go find it. It was out in my lounge chair where I do my research in the morning. I'll pour myself a cup of coffee, sit down, go through my iPod, do my research for the morning show. So it was sitting there and it got cold, of course, so I had to heat it up. And it's so good because it's the one with the blackberry afternotes. Oh, delicious. Anywho, so yeah, Tia's going to be on the show tomorrow. I'm excited. I love my girl, Tia. She did Mrs. Coffee's 1 hour whip and chat challenge, which I will not be doing because you guys hear from me every single day. This is basically a whip and chat. 30-minute whip and chat, 6 days a week. And then 7th day is live. I don't think you want to hear me talking for another hour. So, but I listened to Tia's, and you've got to watch it. It's super funny. She talks about the kind of man she wants, about, New Year's resolutions, and, she used to be a comedian. So, that's one of we've all had 100 careers by this stage in our lives, and that was one of hers. So she just has this basic, she knows how to, spin a good yarn, so to speak. But she'll be on the show tomorrow, and we all know her and love her. So tell your friends. Tia will be on the show. Get your questions ready. She'll be taking questions from chat. Already, I have to change to another color, of course. So, Diamond Junkie, she uses this tower where she's got all these trays. And I'm thinking, wow, that's probably a really good way to do confetti. I don't know. I'm feeling like if I did something like that, I would probably spill it all over the place. So I was talking to my girl, Nareda, yesterday, the one that gave me this book of hooded scarves, which I just love. And she was telling me, hold on, I just need to find this color, 45, okay. So of course it's not there. Gosh darn it, what is going on here? Here it is, I found it. No panic. Do you panic when you can't find a drill? Where is it? Okay, so she was telling me that her husband ordered one of those meal plan things, where the ones where you get you can order 2 to 4 meals and they send you all the ingredients. And I just started laughing when she told me that because I did that one time, and I got to tell you, it was not good because I live by myself. So first of all, and at that point, I had just had gastric sleeve. So I couldn't eat very much at a time anyway, but I wanted everything prepared, or I just wanted the meals. So I went with this one company, and I don't remember the name of the company, but I picked the minimum amount of meals that you could order per week. I think it was 2 or maybe 3 at the time. It was 3 maybe. I don't remember exactly how it worked. Anyway, but they send you the meals, and all the ingredients are there for each meal, and then there's this the big card that tells you how to make it. What they fail to tell you is that you need every pot and pan in the kitchen. Put this into this bowl, chop this up and put it in this bowl. While you're doing that, saute this and boil this. And I mean, by the time I was done with one recipe, I had messed up every pot and pan in the kitchen. I had a crap load of dishes to do. It was delicious, but it was just one meal. I mean, I split it into 3 meals, I think, at that point in time, because I couldn't eat very much anyway. And then you're following this recipe, and you're making this recipe, and you got it all made, and here's some ingredients that you didn't use. Now, how is that possible? I was following the instructions. How do I have leftover ingredients? I know I followed the instructions. I don't know. So I canceled it. I didn't use it very long because I am not going to, I do not want to have to clean up the kitchen like that every time I make a meal. I think the idea is and I think Nareda, you'd be perfect for it. You and your husband, you get in the kitchen, you cook together. One of you could be the dishwasher or the chopper upper or whatever, and the other one could be the cooker. I think it's fun. It'll bring couples together, but for me, it was a complete no-go. No. No. Plus, when I don't eat fish, so fish, that cuts out half the menu. Nope, no fish. So I eat a lot of chicken. I don't eat a lot of beef because, you shouldn't. Unless you want high cholesterol. I think they recommend beef once a week. I probably go with it twice a week, I guess. I had a hamburger the other night, and then I might cook with some hamburger during the week or something, but I would say mostly twice a week, and then the rest of the time it's chicken. chicken fried rice, broiled chicken. I'm going to turn into a chicken. Yeah. Anyway, how did you guys do with cleaning up your space? Did you guys do it? Yeah? Wink, wink. Yeah, I'm not very good at that. Anyway, I'm happy that it's clean. But this morning when I went to find some wax, I forgot where I put it. Yes, but I'm happy. It's done. It's done. I threw a lot of stuff away, and then I had stuff that needed to go into my office, into my other craft room. I have, my other craft room. The office and the other craft room are one room. But what I do is I store the yarn that's not displayed here. All that other yarn is in my other room, along with, the diamond paintings that I'm not working on. All of those are in the other room. The office / craft room. So last night I watched Mickey, and she had a nice little chat, and then I watched Jennifer, DP Addiction Adventures, and she had on Mandy Manzano, who is just adorable. I thought she had a baby boy. I guess apparently she had a girl. Oh well, I had a 50% chance of getting that right, and I didn't, but. So while I was doing it, I was working on Alice. Y'all want to see the progress on Alice? Alice. Yeah. I almost had that bottom second row done. Second row from the bottom. It's almost done. So I'm working on sledding into tone. That's kind of like my weekend painting. So today is National Nothing Day. So when people say, what day are you celebrating? You can say nothing today. Or you could have a drink in your hand, and when somebody says, hey, what are you drinking? You go, nothing. Don't tell them. Or you could get your planner out and just leave it totally blank today. The other way you could do it is send somebody an email and just leave leave it blank. Don't put anything in it. And then they'll call you and go, there's nothing here. You're like, yeah, because it's National Nothing Day. Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, today is National Nothing Today. What are you doing today? Nothing. What are we having for dinner? Nothing. That's how you celebrate. Just tell them. That'll be your answer for everything today. Nothing. What are you working on? What are you diamond painting? Nothing. But I can see you diamond painting something. No, nothing. Nothing. So it'll be a fun day. So this day in history, prohibition is ratified. In 1917, I think, 1917, it was the 18th Amendment. They decided the whole country needed to be dry. Nobody needed to be drinking. And you see pictures of protesters saying, I want beer, I want my beer. No. After that 18th Prohibition Amendment passed, you could not drink in this country. So, but they passed the amendment with no way to enforce the amendment. So people were drinking. I mean, nobody was going to enforce that rule. If you pass a law, you better make sure you know how to enforce it. So they had to go and make another amendment to the Constitution, or to put into place some way, to enforce it. So they set up this national task force, and then they started going after the prohibition, people that were, it ended up being like a whole mob thing. I mean, it was, underground, distilleries and people looking for them. So it only lasted 17 years. So 1937, they got rid of that law. They said, oh, for heaven's sakes, let us drink. Um, so prohibition only lasted 17 years. I mean, it was impossible to enforce. Um, so come on, guys, pot, marijuana, just let us have it. Come on, for heaven's sakes, stop trying to enforce the damn thing. Let us have it. I'm talking to the federal government, yeah. Biden, I'm talking to you. Give us a $1,400. I would like that very much. And let us have some marijuana on a national level. That would be totally cool. I'd give it a shot. Now, I'm going to tell you about my experience with marijuana. It's slim. My girlfriend calls me one day and she's like, and I've already, my children are grown, they're gone. Raina may have still been living at home. I don't know, but they're both grown. And my girlfriend calls me. She's like, let's go have some coffee. So she picks me up. We go to Starbucks. We get some coffee. And then we go back and we get in our car. And she lights up a joint. I'm like, what are you doing? So she passes it over to me. So, I'm like, okay, I'm game. So I'm smoking this joint. So we finish the joint and then we decide we're gonna go shopping. Isn't that what you're supposed to do after you smoke pot? Go shopping. So we went to this, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of DSW shoes. So we go there and we're high as a kite. We go in and and they have every kind of shoe you can imagine. So we're trying on like the translucent hooker heels in the back of the store. We're walking around with hooker heels on, high as a kite. It was fun. It was the funnest night I ever had, with my girlfriend. It was a hoot. It really was. So yeah, come on, Congress. I know it's like the least of their, they're like, we're not worried about that. We're going to let the states decide on that. And most of the states have slowly come around and they are approving it. But, on a federal level, it's still illegal. So what else happened this day in history? So Hitler descends into his bunker. This was January 16th, 1945. He had built this bunker underneath the Chancellor headquarters. Oh, I was a little dizzy for a second there. This thing was entirely self-sufficient. It was like 50 feet underground. It was below the water level, so they had to pump water out when they built it. But it was an incredible structure underneath the ground. It had, I believe they said, how many rooms did this thing have? It did say 18 rooms. It had its own water and electrical supply. So he goes down into the bunker. Ava Braun, his girlfriend, she comes down there with him. A bunch of his staff comes down there with him. And he's down there for 105 days. He comes up one time, I think, to recognize some people, and then he basically just stays in the bunker for 105 days. He invites guests to come join him in the bunker, but he doesn't leave the bunker except that one time. So meanwhile, they keep updating him. Russia's closing in. They're about to take the Chancellor building. They'll be here within a day. They're like a day away from taking the Chancellor building. So he and Ava commit suicide. They take cyanide pills, but he also shoots himself in the head because he wants to make sure this is going to work. So he and first he marries Ava, writes his will, then they commit suicide. Very strange. So my question was, where's this bunker? What happened to the bunker? Well, the Russians get there and they try to blow up the bunker. Not too successfully. I think they managed to blow up some of it, but it still remains, it's still there, but it's closed off. Nobody goes in there. They built a parking lot over it. There's nothing to commemorate it. The only thing that you will see if you go there is they have walking tours where, you know, some guy leads you into the parking lot and says, okay, we're standing above where the bunker is, or was, because I think later on in history, someone else tried to destroy it as well. So there's not much left to the bunker, but there's no, you know, I think that was such an embarrassment to that country that they just said, you know, it's not anything we want to talk about. It's not anything we want to celebrate or recognize. So there's a parking lot there. And some apartment buildings next to the parking lot. So where the Chancellor building was is a parking lot and apartment buildings. Yeah. How'd you like to live there? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, so that is this day in history. I want to crochet. What am I going to do today? Oh, I invited Malia over. I'm so excited. I got her on the phone last night. What you doing? What you doing? Nothing. Well, come celebrate nothing with me tomorrow. So she's like, no, tomorrow's payday. I get my allowance. I want to go shopping. Okay. Who's taking you shopping? Mom's taking me shopping. Okay. We'll have your mother drop you off over here when you're done shopping. Okay, Grandma. So, I don't know. Well, maybe it will happen. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Depends on if her mother's in the mood to drive over here. We shall see. It depends on really how badly they want to get rid of Malia for the weekend. Like, hey, we could have the weekend without her. Wouldn't that be nice? So, and I love when she comes over. She makes me coffee in the morning. For Christmas, she gave me that little bell that says it's coffee time. So I can sit there and ring the bell. She'll bring me coffee. She makes really good coffee too, because I taught her how to. And I finished, I'm almost finished with season 8 of the Vampire Diaries, which is the last season, but I promised I wouldn't watch the last couple of episodes until she came over. She's like, oh, don't watch them. I want to see your reaction. So if she comes over, we'll watch the last couple of episodes of the Vampire Diaries. So yesterday I was watching Your Honor, the second and third episode. I think I'm in the third episode now. It's a very disturbing show. I will say that. It's disturbing. But, you know, I put up that list of television shows that we put together, the watch list. And I put it down as kind of a poll to see, you know, who's watched what. And Bridgerton is sitting at the top. People are loving and watching Bridgerton. It is really becoming, I think, the favorite out of the watch list. Let me see what else is on the watch list that we're enjoying. I finished Virgin River last night, and of course it ends on a cliffhanger. We're like, oh no, we know there's going to be another season. There has to be. Oh my God. Somebody's laying on the floor dying. Now I'm not going to tell you who. Oh, people put their hats in. Yesterday was National Hat Day, and people put in their hats. Yay! Oh, we have temperature blankets updates. Oh, you guys. We have just passed. We are at 400 members in the Crafting Journey Facebook group. I need to do a giveaway. Here's why I'm not doing a lot of giveaways. First of all, because of the shipping costs. Shipping is so expensive right now, and so in lieu of that, I wanted to do like gift cards to Treasure Studios Arts, but nothing's coming out of China right now, and Rachel and Peter are getting ready to go on vacation, so it's not really a great time to give away a gift card. I don't know. So we will celebrate the 400 members probably in February when, once the Chinese New Year is over and everything is up and running in the diamond painting community again, as far as getting stuff out of China. I don't want to give you a gift card and you use it and then you're waiting months and months for a painting. I'm still waiting for Pink Friday paintings. So isn't this adorable? And you put it down like that. If you get, look, oh, I love this hat. Hat, scarf. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at it off. It's just gorgeous. It just turned out so nice with these colors. This is my new favorite thing, hooded scarves, and it's super, super warm. But I like that you can just kind of put it down like that in the back and, fold it over if you need to. But it's so pretty. Let's just kind of do this. Oh, I'm having fun with this thing. There we go. It's beautiful. I just love it. I'm so tickled that I can take yarn that's in a ball and make this stuff. It looks like that and then it turns into this. I'm just fascinated with crochet right now. Fascinated. And Cheryl keeps sending me coupons. I'm not complaining, Cheryl. That's not a complaint. I just think it's funny. She's like, oh, there's a yarn sale. Let's tell Rebecca about it. Yep. So what else is going on? It's Saturday. I need to clean house. Honest to God. I need to run the vacuum. I've kept up on the laundry. So we're good there. I think mostly just maybe dusting, running the vacuum. Am I going to do that? I don't know. I don't have to work for the next 3 days. I'm off on Monday. Yay! And my boss is getting ready to go on vacation, and she emails me yesterday, and she's like, while I'm out on vacation, there's a couple of meetings I would like you to cover for me. And I'm like, oh, what? She wants me to cover for her? Yay. The takeover has begun. I'm just kidding. I was just honored that she asked me to cover those for her. And, I have been in supervisory positions for so long that, I don't need to go there anymore. I really don't. I don't need that kind of stress. I love my job. It is stress-free. If they let me work at home for the rest of my career, I would be just as happy. I like working in my PJs. There is no question about that. For some of my career, I had my own law firm for a couple of years, and I worked out of my house. I had I rented a space in an office complex. It was one of those places where it's multiple single, sole practitioners, where if you need an office to meet with a client, you can just call it and reserve it. And then all my mail would go there. And then it looks like you have a professional address. It's not a home, So I would go there, pick up my mail, meet with clients. But other than that, I worked from home in my pajamas. I would get my cup of coffee, go upstairs, start work. Then about 3 in the afternoon, I would get dressed, get showered, get dressed. I would usually have to run to the post office, run to Office Max, do my errands. And I loved it. Those were the days. Yeah. Oh, goodness. What happened, Rebecca? Well, my main client, the client that was the main source of my income, went bankrupt. So that ended that. I had some other smaller clients, family law stuff. Oh God, I hated family law. I hated it. with a passion. Some people just love it. I did not, because they're calling you at all hours of the day. And to complain. My wife did, because I for some reason I always got the men that I represented. I would represent the men. I just had this strong feeling that they were, they were underrepresented. So I would represent the men, and oh my God, they're the bigger whiners than the women. They are. This one poor guy, he was trying to get, they were in this heated child custody battle. So I was trying to prevent this woman, because she was from Brazil, from leaving the country with this baby, because I knew that's what she had planned. So I petitioned the court to take possession of the child's passport, her passport and the child's passport, until the completion of the proceedings and until we could, work out the custody arrangements. So this woman, who was very clever, so the court entered an order that the passports be turned over to the woman's attorney. So what does the woman do? Fires her attorney. So her attorney couldn't collect the passport. She'd been fired. So the woman takes her passport and she leaves the country. And I felt so bad for that guy, because there was nothing we could do about it. What can you do? They're gone. Gone. I don't know if he ever saw his daughter again. So sad. Anyway, I am going to have a fantastic weekend. Either Malia shows up or she doesn't. If she shows up, yay. I'm thinking maybe she and I will go to the park and take a little walk. I don't know. I'm going to make it a really good day. I want to have a good day. Work on my crochet, watch some of my TV. Listen, I started the book club book, which is Where the Crawdads Sings, Where the Crawdads Sing. Good book so far. Like, I'm waiting for her to cross over into the land of the Fae. That's not going to happen. I love that book, The Awakening. I loved it. Okay, so they say Where the Crawdads Sings is a good book. So far, I think it's very well written. But I'm not drawn into it yet. Like, I'm into it, like, I want to know what happens to the main character. Like, where is this going? That's kind of where my head is at now. Where is this going? And we'll see. Everybody says it's a really good book. So, we will see. I think I'm in chapter 5, I believe. Chapter 5. Anyway. So, guys, oh my God, I've yammered on past my half hour. I am so sorry. Have a great Saturday. I will see you tomorrow live at 11 a.m. Central, where Tia is going to join me for coffee, chit-chat about her sparklers, and we're going to have a good time. Bye, everybody. Take care.